Hello everyone, my name is Carlos Wightman and I am your instructor for English Composition 1. I would like to welcome you to the course and to the University of the People. I'm very excited for you to start your journey here with us at UoPeople, and I wanted to make a video to introduce you and to introduce myself to you and to go over a few things before we get started on this week's work. Now, if you notice my screen, at the top it says instructor student. That means that I am in student mode. I am viewing everything that you will see on your screen as well. This week, you only have access to Unit 1, which runs from January 28th, which is today, Thursday, to February 3rd. Now, the week for the course will run from Thursday to Wednesday. Most activities will be done on Wednesdays due at 11:55 p.m. If you take a look to your right, the UoPeople clock is very important because it's a reminder of when assignments are due. Like I mentioned, all activities will close on Wednesdays at 11:55 p.m. except for your learning journals. Your learning journals you will have until Thursday at 11:55 to submit. Now, a reminder, and it's very important that you remember this, I do not accept any late work. Moving on, if you take a look at the general information and forums, this is the beginning, and it's very important that you take a look at all of the things here. For example, you should begin by reading the syllabus. It is very important that you read the syllabus because it has important description about the course. It also has information about your text materials, which will all be provided to you. Also, the learning objectives and outcomes. By the end of this course, this will be the things that you will be able to do. I am excited for you to manage and for you to learn more about the English language and literature and for you to succeed in your future courses. Now, going back at the top, you can always hit AY 2021 Term 3. It will take you right back to the beginning of the course. Moving on, I hope that you have taken the time to read the UoPeople introduction. It's very important that as your students, you read this so that you are familiarized with how we do things and how we work with the courses here at UoPeople. So please read that. Now to the course forum. In the course forum, it's important that you remember that this is the only place that you will be able to ask me questions, that you will be able to ask each other questions. Now for the first course forum, I've already started one, and it's called Introduction. In this discussion, I would like you to introduce yourselves. As you can see in my message, I went ahead and introduced myself with a couple of sentences. And I also left 4 set questions for you to answer. So when you are ready, please click reply to my discussion. Introduce yourselves by answering the 4 questions, and please interact with each other as well. There is also an announcements forum right under the course forum. Now, it is important that you remember that in the announcements, this area is only to be used by me, the instructor. In this area, I will post important information about the course, any news, any links, or any resources that I would think are helpful for you. So please remember that in the announcements forum, you are not to reply, you are not to post there. That is only a space and a discussion for me to provide information for you. So at any point, if you have questions, you will always go back to course forum, and that is where you're going to ask your questions. Remember that you are not to post anything on the announcements forum. Now moving on to this week. When you open your Learning Guide Unit 1, you will see the topics that we'll be covering this week. The learning objectives. This week you will be learning how to choose the note-taking style that is most appropriate to you. You will also write a polished sentence at the end of this unit. Below it are the tasks. These are the things that you will be doing this week. If you click on the arrow to the right, it will take you to the Learning Guide Unit 1, the Introduction. Please also notice that when you enter the Learning Guide, you have a table of contents to your right. You can also use this to move to the next section. So after you read the introduction, you can move to the reading assignments. Over here, you will find all of the text and PowerPoint and videos that I would like you to watch this week, that you need to watch in order for you to complete your discussion and do your written assignment in your learning journal. When you move on, after you have finished reading all of the course materials and watching all of the videos assigned for the week, you move on to your discussion assignment. Each week you will have a discussion forum. The discussion forum will already contain a question which I have already provided for you. What you are going to do is to reply to my discussion question, post your reply, and then you are to reply to 3 other students. You are also to rate the responses of 2 or 3 other students. If you notice at the bottom, it says you are responsible for replying with 2 or 3 sentences to 3 different students and rating their main post from 1 to 10. Moving on, after you have finished your discussion, you move on to your written assignment. Here you are going to take the time to make this assignment for yourself. Make sure that you revisit all of the course material for the week so that you are prepared and that you submit your best work. Once you are finished with your written assignment, you will submit it and I will receive it and grade it. Next, you will move on to your learning journal. Now remember that your learning journal is the only assignment that will be due on Thursdays at 11:55 p.m. Once you are finished, be sure to have it submitted by Thursday night at 11:55 p.m. based on the UoPeople clock. Finally, you move on to your self-quiz. You take this by yourself and you will get a grade. And lastly, you move on to a checklist. The checklist is important because it reminds you everything that you should have completed by the end of the week. If you have not completed one of these things on the checklist, then you are not finished for the week. I hope that this video helps in welcoming you to the course, and I hope that you are successful. I look forward to working with you. Remember, I am here to help you every step of the way. If you have any questions, please post your questions on the course forum. Or if it's something that you would like to discuss with me in private, please be sure to reach out to me through Moodle. Now, once again, welcome to English Composition 1, and I look forward to working with you. Remember, your first task this week is to introduce yourself in the course forum. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and I am happy to start the new term with you. Goodbye.